The Brian Gould Show features content from the internet and current events throughout the world. All photos, videos, names, and other content is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't fall asleep. It's rude.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of the Brian Gould Show, Season 5, episode number 37. I'm your host, Brian Gould, along with
Joe. I'm back. Cool.
Face planting 101 right there.
Think she hurt the concrete?
I would definitely think that
It was an improvement to her face?
it had to have been. If not, it definitely knocked some sense into her.
I mean, she looked bad before she took the tumble.
So it took a few weeks off to regroup, refresh, re-energize, and we are back.
A lot happened in those last few weeks.
Good.
People dying, people going crazy.
I mean, let's talk about some of these deaths. Muhammad Ali,
The greatest.
Gordie Howe, another great hockey player.
Maybe not the greatest, but up there in the top
absolutely.
three.
Absolutely, yeah.
Easily. Who's next?
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice. Not so great.
But still,
It's a human being, and he was a celebrity, and
yeah.
you know, it's all sad. A lot of celebrity deaths. Prince. Did we cover Prince last time?
I don't know if we did last time or not, but Prince gone.
Man,
Alan
crazy.
Young.
Alan Young,
got the points for the celebrity death pool in that one.
I got the points for Ali.
Yeah.
How sick are we that we are
Wagering on people dying?
Wagering on people dying.
I don't know.
I mean, we all have to go sometime. You know, it's not like we're causing their death.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if I'm on that bus that goes downstairs, I've done a lot worse things than wager on people's deaths. But
yeah, like that time it was called. No, never mind.
Yeah, no, let's not bring that up. Yeah.
No.
So,
Ali, though, man, I was watching his funeral the other day, and all the things that people were saying about that man, and boy, it touched my heart. I mean, tears started coming out of my eyes.
You don't have a heart. What are you talking about?
I do have a heart.
Come on.
It might be black, but
Yeah.
I do have a heart. And man, that guy was a great guy outside of the boxing ring.
His fight outside the ring was more monumental than what he did in the ring, and that says a lot.
He was a leader in not only the boxing community, but just in the community in general. I can't say enough about the man.
No, hands down, one of the greatest human beings ever to walk the planet.
I don't think there's anybody... I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about him.
Mm-mm.
That's incredible.
So, I want to talk about backing up a few weeks, and it's pretty recent, relatively new current event. The kid falling in the or the gorilla.
In the gorilla thing, and they shot the gorilla.
Yeah. My thoughts on it. Because one of our listeners asked me about it the other day and was surprised that we hadn't done a show since that happened. So here it is. Kids move quick. They move fast. You blink and your son or daughter is right by your hip, and then you look one way and you look back and they're 10 feet the other way. My personal opinion on the matter is when I walk into a zoo, or, you know, we're here in Florida, so we have all the parks and the zoos and stuff around here, Busch Gardens, Tampa, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, when I take my kid to an amusement park or a zoo, and I automatically am under the assumption that it is kid-proof, if that makes any sense. Like, if Leo
Safe.
Safe.
If
Leo or Eva walks away and I don't see him, yeah, you know, you have that fear, like, oh my gosh, somebody took my kid. But
You never expect them to fall into
a tank or
right.
Exactly. Like, so this mother that looked away and her child fell in the, you wouldn't expect that. So for those of you that say, well, you should have kept an eye on your kid, it happens. Dang it, man. Take a breath and realize that split second you look away, it just stuff happens. You won't expect your kid to fall through or into a area like that because it should have been kid proof. That's on the zoo.
Right.
That's not on the parent. I'm sorry.
Right.
That child falling through, should you have noticed it as a parent? Maybe, but also you don't think that it's not kid proof.
They need to take the extra precautions, maybe plexiglass around the bars.
Exactly. And obviously now they probably will. It should have been there to begin with. The plexiglass, the nets, the two. Sometimes there's even 3 different barriers between you and whatever animal it is that you're looking at. Traditionally, it's 2. It's a fence that you can kind of lean up against, and then there's a fence like 2 or 3 feet away that is like the barrier that you can't get through.
Right.
But my opinion, was mom at fault? She's at fault for taking a split second and looking the other way, or 30 seconds, whatever the time frame is. I don't know. I didn't read it or see how it was reported. But the zoo's fault for not having that proofed the right way and safety the right way. Now, should they tranquilize the gorilla? The tranquilizer could take up to 15 minutes to kick in and work. It could be a lot less.
They said the gorilla was trying to protect the kid. It looked like they were trying to protect the kid.
I mean, it was dragging the kid and banging it around on the ground, I guess.
Oh, that's not protecting.
So one thing you don't want to do is, even if that's a semi-hostile state that this gorilla's in, is shoot it in the rear end or in the back with a dart and set it off. I mean, imagine me shooting something at you, and it'd startle you, and then you're going to go, no pun intended, but you're going to go ape crazy.
Yeah.
And if you're holding that kid, what's going to happen to the kid?
The kid's going to get...
You're going to get...
Yeah. You have to do what you have to do, you know? Shooting the gorilla...
It's unfortunate that it happened. It's a danged if you do, danged if you don't thing. It's a really unfortunate thing.
If that's my child and it falls into the gorilla cage, shoot it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying shoot the child.
Oh, jeez.
No, I mean, you can't blame the parent because things happen. Kids are so
fast,
quick and so fast.
It's like your kid choking at the dinner table. You're at a restaurant and all of a sudden the kid starts choking. That's your fault as a parent that you're not paying attention. Well, something happened on accident and it happens so quickly. Or the kid that runs into the road and you're not expecting that. I mean, like I was telling this person the other night, if it was me, I wouldn't. That'd be the furthest thing from my mind is one of my kids falling into the gorilla pit because it should be kid proofed. Why the hell wasn't it?
Right.
How did a kid fit through?
That comes from a parent's perspective.
Right.
And I agree with you.
If you're going to have that many thousands of people visiting your park weekly, your crap better be kid-proof.
It's funny. I went to the big cat habitat with a friend of mine past couple of weeks, and we're walking along and seeing the tigers and the lions, and they had those fences up where nobody can fit through them. Not just bars, but they had the fences, and those cats are huge, 1,100 pounds, and I mean they're monsters. They get a hold of you, you're a
done.
goner.
You're done.
You have to shoot them. If there's a human that gets in there, you have to shoot them.
Endangered or not, end of the day, it's a judgment call. It had to be made, and it's unfortunate that it happened. And I hope I never have to experience it. I mean, when I heard about the story first, I'm thinking, okay, why didn't one of the trainers or someone run in there with something loud and just start slamming your hands together or a couple of boards together, something to get the attention of the gorilla, and then have someone shoot behind it, grab the kid, and go.
Right.
It's easy to say that when you're not under that much stress and duress to hurry up and make a decision. But if you thought it out long enough to shoot the gorilla, then why not plan on sending a couple people in there to distract it, grab the kid, and go?
Or like you said, put up the extra precautions where the kid can't go through there.
Right.
Can't get through there.
It shouldn't have been able to.
I understand kids are curious. Kids are going to want to wander and look at the animals and think they're all cute and cuddly and maybe want to try to get in there.
Yeah.
But you have to take up that extra precaution to put some
It should have
plexiglass
already
or
been.
something
It
up.
should have already been there.
Yeah, I wonder if there's signs posted, about kids. It can be dangerous for kids.
But even at that expense, I would imagine like some type of ordinance, county or city would be like coming in and saying, "Look, a kid can fit through here. You can't be open for business.
Right.
You got to close that off." I mean, that's just common freaking sense.
Right. Right.
It just.
As a parent, do you sue the zoo, or where was it a zoo?
Yeah, it was San Diego Zoo. I don't remember. No, I don't sue. Because my kid's alive.
Is he alive?
Oh yeah.
The kid lived?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now, reverse the roles. Can the zoo sue the parents because they caused their monkey to get shot and killed?
Well, you shot your own monkey or your own gorilla. So
Yeah,
no.
but you had to do it to save a human being's life.
I don't think that's something that they could.
People come to see that monkey.
I don't think that's something that they would pursue. But that's
No,
just,
I don't think they would either. But could you? Could that happen?
I don't know.
For those of you at home that can't see,
For those of you, every one of them can't see.
Brian Gould is drawing some
pictures of Joe.
funny pictures, less than flattering. 2 eyeballs and my nose does not look like a penis. I'm going on record stating that right now.
So, we've got Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, the final 2 names as of right now on
Two
the,
other
on
baboons.
yeah, on the ballot. Do you vote for Trump? Do you vote for Clinton? Or do you not vote at all?
Well, I'm a Trump supporter.
Yeah, same here.
I've always
This
said
show
I'm going
definitely is. That is the latest poll question on my website too, BrianGouldShow.com. Do you vote Trump? Do you vote Clinton? Or do you not vote at all?
Not voting at all. Does that help one candidate or the other?
No. I think it's going to play out the way it needs to play out. Now, what were you saying earlier about Sanders?
We were talking before we went on air. We were talking about Bernie Sanders running as a third party, independent, and we both felt that if he does that, then he's handing Trump the White House. He's taking away from Hillary, and he's going to hand the White House to Donald Trump.
It'll split off some of
And
Hillary's votes.
Donald, of course, is encouraging him.
Oh yeah.
Here's some money. Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'll pay for your.
I'll pay for your endorsement. Exactly.
Well, right now Hillary has her $1 billion that she needs to campaign and finish this out. Trump said he's got it too, but he doesn't. He's sitting at about $2 million right now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't know. I think it's anybody's ball game right now. I think the next couple months are going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see a lot more mudslinging.
If I'm Trump, I don't go to that degree. I think you need to start getting a little more political and talk about more political views and focus on that.
It's worked for him so far, though.
He needs to get more in depth, I think. Because if you're going to say how much you hate Hillary and how much of it, whatever she is,
You have to prove why.
forget all that. You're wasting too much time. People have heard that. Now that you're the man for the Republican Party, what are you going to do to fix our country? What are you going to change? What are you going to do? Not the same 3 or 4 things that we've heard for the last several months. Now it's time to get in depth. What else? Where else? How?
Take a different route.
Mm-hmm.
Start telling us what you're going to do to this country
Bingo.
to help
Don't
fix it.
Don't get into the mudslinging and crap. It gets you nowhere. Let's just do it.
Yeah, well, it's gotten him somewhere so far. Nobody thought he'd get this far, and here he is. One step away from the White House.
Yeah, he's very close.
Wow. What other celebrity do you think could run and get as far as Donald has.
That has not held political office before?
Yep.
Because my knee-jerk reaction would be either Ventura or Arnold. Ventura did a good job.
They have politics experience.
Yeah.
I'm talking without any politic experience.
Ooh, good question.
One off the top of my head, just by her popularity, probably Oprah.
Oprah's always been a big, yeah, you're right. She's always been a, hey, why don't you run type of person. Because she usually has some good views and stuff.
I would say Arnold, but Arnold already has the political background.
Yeah. How about
Clint Eastwood? But he's too old
He's
now.
up there in age, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a Barbara Walters, someone that's really been around,
She's old
but
too,
she's
though.
up there too.
And nobody would understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
Because she has that little talk.
You know who's been around, and he's up there in age too, again, it would be like a Larry King.
Yeah, he probably knows quite a bit.
And you know what? Even though he was
Rush Limbaugh.
he was a comedian to an extent. He had his own show, but I think Jay Leno knows enough. He's pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
I think Linda tried to run for
A few times. They lost a lot of money.
Connecticut seat or something. Yeah, and she didn't do too
and it
high.
fell through.
Yeah.
Well, what about this Orlando massacre?
Sad.
Sad, very sad.
So close to home.
The largest since 9/11 and the most graphic since in history. 49 of the 50 killed bodies are been identified as of this morning. One they cannot identify. 53 additional were wounded.
Now, when I first heard about it, I thought it was nothing but gay bashing because it was at a gay club, and even though the guy was of Arab descent or whatever,
Yep.
I didn't think it was terrorist. And
it's not terrorist, but it was like a terrorist attack. Not like ISIS got together and said, "Hey, let's do this." It was someone
now
that.
it's coming out that he is part of ISIS.
Well, he's a supporter.
He supported
Yeah.
ISIS.
Yeah.
So you got to throw him in there.
Yeah, and I heard about it. What was weird is I heard about it yesterday, but what I heard was the Orlando shooting from the girl that was she was in like season 5 or 6 of The Voice.
Yes.
And someone walked up and just shot her, and I thought that's what people are like. Oh, it's such a tragedy, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's sad, but why are we blowing this way out of proportion like this? And then they're like, someone was telling me, no, different shooting the next day. This happened, and I was like, whoa,
man. Wackos.
That's
Imagine something like that, and this is the thing I don't quite understand. I mean, I do to a standpoint. Why in a gay club? Why not go to Disney World?
Oh gosh, don't encourage that.
No, I'm not encouraging it at all.
His reason for it
maybe
was because
of the safe. Nobody would expect it at the
yeah,
club.
okay, let's not give any ideas.
No.
I hear what you're saying, but I mean to stay on track with it. From what I read on CNN this morning, was the guy was very big against gay.
He saw 2 guys kissing.
Yeah.
Come here, kiss me.
Up in New York or something.
Get your lips away from me, Brian.
And it really set him off.
Yeah.
So he went to that club and did what he did.
And he was on, the government was watching him.
Yeah. He was on the FBI's watch list and came off recently. He'd been on it. He got on it, I think, 2 years ago, I think I read. And what I don't understand is if you make an FBI watch list, if you make their list that they're watching, you should never come off.
Absolutely.
Unless you're arrested, deported, or dead. And for this to happen,
Who do you blame in that?
I was just going to say, for it to be preventable, you can't prevent it. The kid did what he did. He was anti-gay. He told his dad he was anti-gay. His dad's like, look, God will deal with him. Don't worry about it. And it's not for you to judge or take that into your. You're not the executioner. And he did it, and then holds him hostage for a couple hours, and that's how he dies. The police drove a armored truck through the building, and he had a shootout with the police, and of course, or SWAT, I think it was, and he got killed. So it's a horrible tragedy. I feel sorry, and my condolences to family and friends of any victims.
Here's the part that I'm having trouble with, though. Okay, he's coming out saying about the gays. Okay, to me, if it was terrorist or a terrorist act, wouldn't he say? He hasn't said anything about the USA.
I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
it is, but
it's an onion effect. There's different levels and different layers to
none of it's
terrorist
good.
attack.
None of it's good.
No,
I mean,
not to take anything away from what happened, but thank goodness it wasn't geared towards I hate America or the U.S., because then anyone out there that is of Middle Eastern descent now has to look over their shoulder because USA is hulking up and wanting to kick people's butts.
It's like that now. It's like that now. I've seen people posting on their Facebook page, it's time for America to start striking back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the world we live in.
And you know what? This guy, this kid, he lived here in the U.S., and we all already know my stance on guns. And he had an arsenal because this crap is at our disposal to just walk in, run our names, get the paperwork, whatever process that it is. That's obviously way too easy because of all the ammunition that he had to shoot 103 people that got hit.
Yeah.
Let alone what missed. It's too easy to buy this stuff. I'm sorry. I know there's friends of mine that are listening that are just shaking their heads. Well, I did it the right way. Well, good for you. And there's still people that acquire the guns the right way and still turn out to be jerk faces afterwards with what they do with the guns. And I had this conversation with a mutual person of ours. They collect guns, them and their father. And I'm like, well, why do you need 39 guns? Why? Because you collect it. Great. And this is just my stance on it. You're not going to use all 39 guns.
Right.
You might fire them at one point in time, but there should be a limit to how many you can buy to use as recreational, gun range, hunting, whatever. You know, cap it at 10, cap it at whatever. The remaining part of it should have the firing component removed. Gun 11 through 39, you own the gun, but you don't have the firing component, the hammer, whatever
so
it is.
It's just for show.
Bingo, yes. You don't need 40 freaking guns. Who uses 40 guns?
I agree.
You know, that's my stance.
Each gun does different things, though.
And I get that. That's understandable. And again, it's just my view on guns because, once again, some idiot got their hands on a gun, several guns in this case, I'm sure. The clips, the round, I mean, it was a small AK or it was ridiculous, whatever it was he was using. Like, how is that even offered on the streets?
How did he get his guns if he's on the FBI list?
Until you're a felon, you can buy a gun. You can make threats against the country all you want, and until you follow through, that's all they are is threats.
Maybe they need to change that law then.
Well, that needs to be changed. I think the gun laws need to be, I think it needs to be harder to get guns.
Yep.
Collectors, I'm sorry. I mean, you collect the old stuff like you see on Pawn Stars where it fires one little stupid, lead bullet thing, the old musketeers and stuff, crap like that. That's one thing, but to have, I've got 6 Glocks and 9 rifles and 8 shotguns. Why do you have that many guns? You're stupid. Like, come on, really? What are you going to do with them all? And this discussion I was having, the response was, well, you collect baseball cards and basketball cards. I'm like, that's different. Those don't kill people.
Right.
There's a difference, huge difference. That was the comeback to that. And I'm just like, I understand where they were coming from. For those of us that collect something, like I'm a huge movie buff, collect tons of movies. And then to have the government come in and say one day, okay, you're only allowed to buy 2 movies a year. Well, I'd be infuriated.
Right.
I understand their stance, like, hey, I'm doing it the right way, I'm responsible. Well, I talked about a story a couple months ago where this guy was attempting to break into a home, and this is another thing. If someone breaks into my house, I'm going to shoot them. They're coming in unarmed. 9 out of 10 armed robberies happen in convenience stores. 9 out of 10 home invasions don't have a weapon. They've got a screwdriver. Well, he's got a screwdriver, so I'm going to shoot him. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. But this guy was trying to break into this house, realized the homeowner was there, because the homeowner got up and started making his way towards the back of the house, realized he was being broken into, brought his gun, and the intruder took off running down an alley. Well, it was dark, and the homeowner, started firing off rounds down the alley. Well, one of the listeners was like, because I posted about it up on Twitter, and they're like, well, that's good. And I'm like, no, read the article. Because the guy claimed he had no idea who he was shooting at or where they were. So an innocent bystander could have got hit. Because that's what the guy told the police. I was getting broken into, and I just started firing off rounds down the alley.
Well, that's like people...
Like, really? Okay, so going back to the philosophy of getting the gun the right way, a responsible, quote-unquote, gun owner started firing off rounds because someone was breaking into their house. Well, you're not firing off rounds in your house. Now you're out in public shooting.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Come on.
You can't do that.
Get rid of these guns, guys. I'm sorry. I hate them. There's nothing good that comes from them.
I don't hate the guns. I think in the right hands, they're okay.
But what's your definite? And that's a rhetorical question.
Let me paint this picture for you.
What is right hand? What is the right hands?
I'm out with my son, and we're at a store or just walking down the street, and somebody tries to hold us up, and another person comes along. They see it. They pull out a gun, shoots the guy that tried to hold me up or carjack me. I'm fine with it. Thank you. You saved me. Thank you.
Well, and okay, the guy that's holding the gun at you, pointing it at you.
Yep.
The odds of him firing that.
You're going by odds. I'm not taking that chance. My life is too important, and my son's life is too important to take that chance.
Take the guns off the street, then that scenario never happens.
Nobody has guns.
No.
If you were to make a brand new gun right now, quit making bullets for all the guns out there right now, make brand new guns and bullets that will only work with this gun, and you dictate who can have this gun. You think that would work?
No, because that's just too in depth.
You can kill with a knife just as
exactly. Yeah.
Look at the people in 9/11. They had box cutters.
Right.
How many people did they kill?
Right, and that's what pisses me off hearing that is, if someone's holding a box cutter, I'm going to look at you, I'm going to look at the next 3 guys on that plane and say, this little jerk is holding a box cutter. Right. Come on, there's 5 of us. Right. Let's take this clown. Let's do it.
But you're 39,000 feet up in the air. That plane's going to go like this, and you're all over the place. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely fight him.
I mean, if there's a guy in this nightclub and he's opening fire on a bunch of people, your natural instinct is to duck or run.
Right.
And I was listening to a guy this morning on the news that was saying he's some type of self-defense crisis instructor.
Is this 9/11?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I was listening to it this morning, and he was talking about how always have a plan wherever you go. You go into a grocery store, someone pulls out a gun. What's your plan? Duck and run,
right?
Or be that guy that says, okay, you, Joe, over there, you're panicking, you're sweating. There's me, there's you, there's one of him, his back's turned. Let's take this a-hole down and take him out.
Yep.
Like, have a plan. You can't prepare and plan for everything, but at least have a crisis plan. Someone does pull a knife on you. Do you bow down? Do you punk out and say, okay, here's my wallet? Or you come back, look here, and you shock him and scare him and jump and punch him in the nose,
If we're out on the street and it's only my wallet, here, take my wallet. It's not worth my life. But if we're 3,900 feet or 39,000 feet up in the air,
he's holding a box cutter.
It's a little different, though.
5 of us to 1 of him.
Yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't fight the guy.
I'll go running in first and let him slice my chest or stomach or arm while the other couple guys take him down. And I'm going to get my licks in afterwards.
But he also had a bomb, I think, strapped to him. You're taking that fact.
But I'm just talking about the general stuff. You know, the knives, the guns. The crisis stuff. I thought that was really interesting, though. Have a plan. Surprise the guy back. He pulled like these videos you see on TV, like the little convenience stores. Guy comes in with a bat or a gun, and the 5-foot convenience store owner's like, F me, no F you, and hops the counter back at him and starts fighting. That's crisis control. And he brought that up, and I was like, there you go. Why stand there and be scared? Take a stance.
Yeah.
Forget that. Go right back at him. What's going to happen? You're going to get cut, or you're going to let this dude rob you and take you of everything you've got, and you live with that for the rest of your life.
I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier with the parent and that kid going into the monkey cage. Who knows what we'd do in that situation?
Right.
And we sit here and it's easy for us to say we'd fight the guy. We don't know what's going on up there, you know, or in any situation until it happens.
I can't get into detail what I do extracurricular outside of the show, but I put a guy in jail for 11 months for pulling a knife on me.
Good.
And it's not bragging. It's that some people just have it like, okay, well, you're here, I'm here, and you're asking me to really weigh my moment of truth. Well, guess what? I'm going to put you on your back. And if you're swinging a knife, you better hit me.
Yeah.
You know, and where is that guy now? He's sitting in jail for pulling a knife because he wanted to get a little butt grabby on a girl. And I told him, no, that's not cool. So
he tried to grab your butt?
No butt touching.
No butt touching.
You know, everyone's different, and yeah, you got to look at each scenario different. But with what I have experienced over the last handful of months, I'm not Brian badass tough guy, but I won't. If a scenario comes up, either you're going to hear about it in the paper that I saved the day, or attempting to save the day, unfortunately he lost his life. But I don't back down from it, and I think that's what catches these people off guard and makes them think twice about ever doing it again. It definitely is, hey, if you're going to pull a knife, you're going to pull a gun,
be prepared. Whatever happens,
you're going to get it back tenfold.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go down swinging.
So God bless to everyone that's
going
through whatever they are going through right now, with everyone that had been taken over the weekend, and for those of you that were wounded and hurt with what happened, speedy recovery, and people with guns, thank you for listening. It's just my view, my stance. I just think there's too many of them on the streets. There's got to be a reasonable way to regulate how many are out there, to the good ones that you exist out there. I'm not saying you don't, but there's a lot of good ones that get it the right way that just end up turning to the dark side.
Just be safe with it and be responsible.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Use your head.
So we're gonna wrap this up here pretty quick. We're gonna do our new game. You actually recommended it, so we're gonna go. You call it F, Marry, Kill.
F stands for
functionality.
Yeah,
fire truck.
You can't use that F word.
French kissing with parts. Marry, kill. So I'm gonna give you.
You have to pleasure one.
You have to have fun with one. Marry one and
kill one. Exactly. It's the old game.
Okay, for the F part of it, we'll take the Bill Clinton stance. Sexual relations. I did not have sexual relations with that girl. Okay, so everyone knows what F stands for. Obviously, you know what it means by now. But all right, I'm going to give you 3. You're going to give me 3, and then we'll let the viewers tell us who had the best 3. And feedback is always awesome. Call, text me, leave comments. Yada yada yada. So, you want to go first? Give me your 3, or you want me to give you my 3?
Well, you know what my 3 was going to be, but I changed it.
Okay.
I was going to give them the Golden Girls. Because that would have been
That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one. But I'm going to give you an easy one.
An easy one. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, mine isn't easy, so I won't feel bad.
Christina Aguilera,
Okay.
Britney Spears,
Okay.
or Rihanna.
I would, of the three that actually, those three that has a level head, so I'd have to put up with their mouth for a long time.
Yeah.
I would marry Christina. I have no purpose for Britney, so she
No?
would go bye-bye and have fun with Rihanna.
See, Britney's kind of a little crazy. Shaved her
That's
head.
why she would be gone.
That might be a little fun.
She's
That might
turned
be a
it
little
around.
fun.
She turned it around a little bit here recently over the last year or two, but I have no.
Out of the three, beauty-wise.
In their prime, I thought Britney was really cute, but I thought Christina was sexier.
And you're not even throwing Rihanna in there?
Okay, I'm half black, half white, but I am not attracted to black women at all.
Wow.
At all. I mean, Rihanna's a good-looking girl.
She has that 5 head, though. She has that big
But
forehead.
I've never been attracted to black women.
No.
Nope, not at all.
Wow.
So,
But you like RuPaul?
I just don't like the Paul part. All right, so your
Wow.
your fun, marry, kill people are.
Your final decision was
I'm gonna marry Christina,
marry Christina.
have fun with Rihanna because I don't have to see her again, and goodbye to Britney. Kill Britney.
Goodbye, crazy woman.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, so your three: fun, marry, kill. Roseanne Barr,
Oh, yikes.
Hillary Clinton,
Oh.
Melissa McCarthy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
there it is. Roseanne, Hillary Clinton, Melissa McCarthy, and I gave you some doozies.
Okay.
Yeah.
right away, I'm looking at Hillary saying, She's
pretty rich.
She's rich, but Roseanne's rich too. Roseanne has all that Roseanne money.
Yeah, I think Hillary's net worth is like 3 to 4 times
Then
more
you got to
than
go
Roseanne.
off looks, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Melissa McCarthy is. And now, are we talking about the skinny Melissa McCarthy now, or the fat Melissa McCarthy?
From Hangover 3, Melissa McCarthy.
That puts her in a whole
The
different
Heat,
category.
Melissa McCarthy.
And there's nothing wrong with big women. I'm just saying right now, so I'm not offending anybody.
Come on,
Wow.
quick, knee jerk.
Roseanne, actually, her voice would kill me. Ouch, ow.
Come on.
Yeah, I couldn't do.
Who
I'd have to.
Who are you marrying?
Hillary looked just as long in the tooth. Oh, that's a good one. I'd have to kill Hillary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Goodbye, Hill. Sorry.
Okay.
That puts Trump in office, so that helps. I win in that situation.
I'll give you my order of that.
I'd have to marry Melissa McCarthy and just have fun with Roseanne.
Wow.
Those are 3 good ones. What would you do?
Okay, my order, I would actually marry Hillary because she's got money and she's, even though our political views are different, she's mentally stable. I would probably have fun with Roseanne and off Melissa McCarthy.
Is that right? You'd pick Roseanne over Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah.
Why? She's older.
Because it's just a one-time thing.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
But if it's just a one-time thing, why not just...
You're asking why? I just gave you my order. That's,
Wow, those 3 are good though.
Yep, there you go.
I didn't think you would pick those 3.
So, F, Mary kills our new game for the next
If you
however
have
long.
3, come up with them.
Yeah.
Shoot us a message.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I liked your Golden Girls one. Cause
You
that-
like my
that was
Golden
pretty good.
Girls? Who would you have gone with the Golden Girls?
Well,
Ma doesn't count.
No. Rose, Blanche, and Dorothy. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Blanche was the Slizza,
Yeah.
so that'd be the fun one. I would marry Dorothy because that's head on her shoulders, long term. Well, not really. She was kind of older.
That's a man, baby.
And Rose being the airhead dingbat would drive me nuts, so I'd have to kill that one.
But you'd have to put up with the dude.
But now, if you were to... Now, you're going with those characters. Now, if you want their real-life personas, Betty White would be cool to be married to, because that is one badass girl.
She has some nice jugs on her.
I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about personality.
Oh.
Yeah, long term, I'd marry Betty White. But the Rose character would drive me nuts. I'd kill that Rose character.
Yeah, I think Rue McClanahan would do it for me. I think she's pretty hot, or was pretty hot back in her day.
That'd be the fun one.
Yeah. But if she's fun once, can she be fun your whole life? So where you can marry her?
Prenup. All right, guys, thank you for listening, and make sure you check out the website, BrianGouldShow.com.
August 13th,
Fighting for a Cure 3's coming up. Make sure you check that out. Donate, even if it's $1 or $5. Every penny that comes in
Road Warrior Animal is
goes
signed
right to the American Cancer Society. Help us body slam cancer.
Come out, meet Road Warrior Animal.
We'll talk about more of it as we get a little closer. So, guys, thanks for listening. We went very long today, but it's the first episode back. Season 5 is going to be full of fun.
Stay out of the monkey cages.
Gorilla.
Yep.
And somebody pulls a knife, punch him in the frickin' mouth.
Now, what if a gorilla pulls a knife?
Well, then run. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you later.
See ya.